Hello everybody, what's up? It is the One Up Thoughts podcast with your boy Jan. How you doing today, Jan?
What's good, y'all?
So, I have a couple of announcements to talk to you guys about. Um, so what I've noticed throughout the past couple of weeks and maybe throughout the past couple of months is that um on the majority of the videos that I've been doing and that we've been doing for the podcast and all of that and the One Up reviews and everything in general. We've been getting an average of maybe 5 views per video, and some videos have escalated maybe to 20 views, maybe 30 views, and I think if we decided to do this thing where it's just gonna be, for now, it's just going to be the One Up Thoughts podcast every Wednesday, and then a one Let's Play every Friday, and I think that this would be good because I believe that the fact that if we get more people liking, the One of Us podcast and get this going more, and then, people start watching that one Let's Play on Fridays, they might be, they might come back for maybe more and more, and then I will start adding more days of Let's Plays, and then eventually add the One Up reviews. If it's a game that I really like let's say, like Call of Duty or Halo or something comes out, or GTA just recently came out, on the PC and all that, stuff like that, I would do a review on. You know what I mean? Like games that are popular and games that are, well known or that are coming out or have already came out. Those would be the ones I'll be reviewing and stuff like that. But when those times come, I will do those videos. But for now, we're just going to be doing the One of Thoughts podcast every Wednesday, and then one Let's Play every Friday. So please be sure to stay tuned every Wednesday and every Friday for new videos on this channel. Now that we're done getting all that out of the way, what's up with the news, Jan?
Oh man, so Telltale told us about their new Borderlands game that was coming out, and they're also, because they were due for a Game of Thrones this year, and we've gotten screenshots for the Game of Thrones Telltale game, and it looks pretty good.
Nice.
I don't watch Game of Thrones that much, but
Me
I do
either.
see Peter Dinklage, so it is true.
Yes, yeah, that show is just so fucking popular. It's crazy, and the books are, even more popular, and there's a shitload of books, and it's cool that they're pushing to a new, I guess a new genre is what you would call it, or a new step.
It's not exactly a step. It's just more interaction with the actual story of Game of Thrones. Because Game of Thrones stories and books, you can't really interact with that. With a video game, you can interact with that. You can make Peter Dinklage stab that little kid that no one likes.
Yeah, and it's like it's cool because this will bring a whole new section of viewers and a whole new section of people that never probably even knew the show maybe might want to buy this game and check it out for the first time, and this will be their gateway into watching the show or into buying these books.
Yeah. So, you could see the pictures for it at this website, which will be in the description below. But yeah, that's just one news from the new Game of Thrones game coming out from Telltale Games.
Sweet.
If you don't know who Telltale Games is, if anyone's familiar with the Walking Dead video game series where you play as Lee, and then in the second season you play as Clementine, that's the big game they're known for.
I think Wolf Among Us is one of the other ones that they did, right?
Yes, The Wolf Among Us was another one. I love The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, people like that one a lot.
So, next piece of news is that if anyone here has played Goat Simulator, they actually have an MMO coming out for it.
Yeah, I was hearing about this earlier today. It was like it's their version of an MMO, you know what I mean? Like, I guess they're trying to either make fun of an MMO or they're just like trying to show like what they think an MMO is. Either way, I haven't seen anything about it yet, but it sounds fucking amazing. So I would definitely give that a look.
Well, it is going to be a free expansion, and we do have a release date. It's coming out tomorrow, if this podcast is being uploaded Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep. So Thursday, 20th
That's
of November, 2014, the Goat Simulator MMO is coming out.
How about we do a Let's Play on that sometime? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, let's do that. Kind of a not big gaming news, but still kind of relevant. Apple is now worth more than the entire Russian stock market. Just gonna put that out there.
Wow, that is crazy.
They were worth more than the USA, and now they're worth more than Russia. So Let's see if more mobile games will be coming out
Yeah,
on the iPhone.
that's crazy. And then do you ever? I know this might be a really like weird question to ask, but do you ever think that apps or games, well, games and apps, well, this is more going to apps, games. Would you ever imagine a world where games and apps will cost retail price, as in $60, games? Do you ever think that would ever happen?
Uh, Eventually it will,
Hmm.
because inflation is definitely a possibility of that. But I'm assuming that inflation, rise of normal things will cost more,
Yeah.
so that will eventually make retail games go up in price, and then eventually uh, mobile games will reach up to the same height, but in proportion to retail games.
Yeah.
If it does eventually come down to it, it better be a good game.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think that the more that technology advances, especially with handheld devices and tablets and phones even, you're able to use, better, I guess better products is what it would be a better term for it, a better software and that kind of thing to, program games that, that could come out maybe for an Xbox One or maybe even a 360. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of limit the factors, but maybe something along those lines. They're already making Assassin's Creed on the tablet, on the iPad and whatnot for the Apple Store and whatnot. So, and also they remade San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and then Vice. I don't think they did Vice City, but games that were on like original Xboxes, and then they're pushing it over to tablets and phones, and then with Assassin's Creed, it's crazy how much of it's advanced throughout these years, and I can only see it going forward.
Yeah, I think for Microsoft, because Nintendo rules the video game for mobile
Yeah.
with the Nintendo 3DS, 2DS, the Game Boy started it all,
Yeah.
but Sony has also tried their hand at mobile gaming, and it wasn't that bad. Like,
Yeah.
I myself have a PS Vita or a Vita, take your pick,
Yeah.
but it's not bad. It definitely isn't.
And even when the PSP came out, those games even looked decent enough. I remember my brother had a PSP, and one of the first games he got was the Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah, man.
And like that game looked exactly like it would look like on the PS2. You know what I mean? Like they're very similar to graphics wise, and that was even, I don't know how long that was. I think it was like 2007, I want to believe, or 2006.
It was pretty old, man.
Pretty old, and just to see how like games that were just like they look just like they were on the PS2 go to a handheld
actually,
device.
the PSP came out in North America in 2005.
Ah, yeah. And
It got numerous remakes, but
yeah.
yeah,
That's
eh,
true.
that's pretty cool. It actually sold around 80 million units worldwide, so
Yeah, it is. It was
it's
a big
definitely not a
step for Sony.
failure.
It definitely wasn't. And then the PS Vita, I believe the PS Vita didn't get as much love as the PSP though.
The PS Vita was a lot more hyped,
Yeah.
but it had a terrible selling. Only 4 million units sold as of January 2014 or 2013.
Yeah. And it's like, I think it's because they pushed for the whole like touchscreen, innovative, like they did, well, quote unquote innovative touchscreen and front facing camera. They tried to not really trying to make it to a phone per se, but they tried to make it into something that could possibly replace one of your tablets, maybe. Like, this is what I felt like they were trying to push for, because you were able to download apps on there like YouTube and I think Skype you could even download on there. So it was,
Yeah, you could.
it was I guess it was their view onto taking over.
Yeah, their attempts.
Yeah, their attempt at taking over that market, which didn't really work out for them. And then
Honestly,
their games, their launch games and all that weren't all that.
I feel as though there was no third-party games that were coming out on it. It only had major games and major remakes onto the games. There was no original games. The only one I was actually interested in, two of them, Gravity Rush and Marvel's Capcom 3. Ooh, that was a weird way to say it. But yeah, it barely any games came out on it. No developers had any try in making game for it.
Yeah.
The touchscreen was hard to implement with a lot of
Yeah.
games. It just wouldn't sell very well.
Very true, man.
In other news, if anyone here has a Wii U, you would know that the Mario Kart? Oh, Jesus. Mario Kart 8 update DLC is now available.
So, what does the DLC come with? If anything, what's new about it?
Well, the DLC, it's a Legend of Zelda DLC. It's basically kind
Ah.
of like a crossover. In this DLC, they're adding three new characters. They're adding Link from Legend of Zelda
Mm.
and Tanuki Suit Mario and Catsuit Peach.
That's pretty cool.
In this DLC, they also added eight new tracks and four new
Ah.
vehicles. And with these four new vehicles, they actually had maps to go along with them. One of the carts is called the Blue Falcon, and the other one is called the Master Cycle. The Master Cycle is obviously a reference to the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And the Blue Falcon was from F-Zero. And two of the new maps were actually Mute City
Yeah.
and the Triforce Cup courses.
That is pretty cool.
And one of them is one of the actual maps is called Hyrule Circuit, so it's definitely an homage to them.
That's awesome.
But another little neat thing was that they added the Excitebike arena.
Hey everybody, sorry about that. We had a bit of audio difficulty. Some just randomly got cut off. Anyway, so what were we talking about, man? I'm so sorry.
Oh, they added the Rainbow Road from the SNES. So that's
Nice.
pretty cool. But yeah, Excitebike was a game released in, I believe, like 1980s, 1984 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It was released on the NES, but it was basically a game where you play as like a motocross guy, and there were various hills and stuff you had to jump over, and they replicated it inside of Mario Kart 8.
That's pretty cool.
I wonder if they added in the ambulance too.
Do you think that they're gonna keep making DLCs for characters that were more memorable in a Nintendo franchise for this game?
Definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a Pokemon
That would
like,
be cool.
track inside this game.
And then you could drive like a Bowser car, not a Bowser car, like a Charmander car or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. I know this might be a dumb question, but are they adding DLC to Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, they already have one planned.
Yeah. What is it?
If you get the Wii U version of Mario, or not Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, you get Mewtwo for free if you also have Smash Brothers for the 3DS.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And they have more characters planned, but we have no idea
Wow.
who it's gonna be.
That's awesome. I know my friend Jose, which is the guy who does who did the one that reviews. He bought the 3DS version, and then he's going to buy the Nintendo Wii U version on this Friday. It comes out this Friday, which is pretty cool. So, can't wait for that for him. He got this thing to where like you can get the soundtrack or something like that. It's like I guess like a pre-order deal. Where
Well, you
get
could
the
actually get
soundtrack.
the soundtracks on the Nintendo website now.
Ah, okay. That's awesome. But I want to go back to an earlier podcast, last week's podcast, because I want to clarify. I wanted to clarify something from what I said last week. Me and Jose were talking. I think it was like 2 days ago. We were talking about the podcast and how I said a comment to where we were talking about the Mario franchise and how like it was supposedly dead, and he came with this really this like, I guess not reasoning, but it's more like a justification of it, where it's like they're not dead. It's just that more iterations of it have been coming, and there are stuff that they are adding once in a while. Like there's certain things that they're adding to it, but I mean, to my eyes per se, it isn't. It is technically the same thing, and that's why I said it's like beating the dead bush. You know what I mean? Like you're beating around the bush for years and years of just producing same mass content, especially when it just comes to the name Super Smash Brothers. Not Super Smash, it's Super Mario Brothers. So I guess that's what I meant, is that like you keep seeing Super Mario Brothers, and they keep coming out with new iterations for it, even till now with the Wii U, and the concept is still the same. You know what I mean? And that's a franchise that, you know, like, people still love the shit out of that game. You know what I mean? It's crazy because, like, you have players that, you know, like, we know that for a fact, like, Sonic is dead. You know what I mean? But
Oh
back
yeah,
then,
you can't bring back Sonic
yeah,
now.
but back then it was such a beloved character and such a beloved game. But Mario is something that, you know, people are still buying till this day. So, you know what I mean? That's something I wanted to clarify with everyone. If I like made anyone upset or anything about the whole Mario is dead thing, he's not dead. He's really old, and he's like he's like a really old grandpa.
It's hard to bring Mario back.
Yeah.
It's like their attempts to bring Sonic back. They've messed up Sonic so many times. It's hard to bring back. You know, it's beating a dead horse.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, in other news, if anyone here has played Far Cry 3, you know about the Blood Dragon DLC.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ubisoft has declared that Far Cry 4 will not have a Blood Dragon 2.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, Blood Dragon was probably way more fun than the original game.
Yeah, people would argue that, you know, that DLC really was the only reason why they bought the game. And to see it not, I mean, I feel like they're saying that now, and then, you know, when the game comes out, give it like a month or so or two, and they'll be like, hey, you know, Blood Dragon 2. You know, it's like, it's probably going to come out randomly, and it's kind of, I mean, it's sad because I don't know if they're like really for real about the decision. I hope they're not, but, you know, hopefully we end up seeing it sometime soon.
Yeah. Also, in other news, the MMO Wildstar has had a big economy crash.
Wow. What's going on?
Well, apparently there was a game-breaking exploit where if you find a game system, well, no, there was a game bug that you could exploit, and you could just keep getting items over and over and over again, so that way you could get, you know, the biggest items or a large amount of money to get the better items. And because of this, the economy became inflated, and it crashed.
Wow.
If you don't remember what I told about, you know, video game economies, they can be very, very fragile.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft has a very stable economy, but it's always fluctuating, so
yeah,
not extremely stable, as I keep putting it. But Team Fortress 2, the economy was pretty stable for a while, and then it fluctuated with more and more updates.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing happening here. Inflation, too many things going around, things lose their value.
Yeah.
And they're planning to roll back the server, but they're finding a way to stop the exploits.
That's good.
So if anyone here plays WildStar, just make sure that there might be a rollback coming.
Yeah, it's like you were going to Team Fortress 2 with their economy. It's when I remember I don't know if there is still, but there used to be lobbies, servers even that you were able to get free stuff. Like you were able to get like some exclusive things that you would have to pay for through the server. It's like a hack lobby per se, where you're able to get like
in Team Fortress 2
and stuff
now.
like that.
There were idle servers, but that's not an exploit. An exploit would be specifically a famous YouTuber named Athene was attempting to get like the world's first level 100 character in World of Warcraft.
Wow.
And what he did was that he was able to log in and log out every time he turned in a quest or something. But because he turned in the quest and then logged out or something like that, he was able to get from 1 to 99 in 15 minutes.
Wow.
And then before he was going to turn 100, he was banned.
Oh my god. That's crazy. So like what was like, do you know like how in a way? Like do you know like how did that happen? Like how was he able to do that?
The exploit that Athene used, or the exploit that is breaking WildStar?
The exploit that Athene used.
He turned in a quest and he logged out, and apparently it gave him the XP, but it didn't take out the quest, so he could keep doing the quest over and over again.
Like getting the reward for it over and over again. Okay.
Yeah, so he was able to get to 99, and right before he turned the last one and he was banned.
Wow, that's crazy. That's I mean this is I mean I feel like there always gonna be something like that where like if any game, you know what I mean, something's always gonna happen to where someone's gonna find a cheap way to get something done. It's crazy.
Luckily, Valve is vigilant in their economy watching,
Oh
because I mean, sometimes the money isn't as big as other games in TF2,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
but TF2 once had an exploit where there was a thing called the gift-a-pult,
Okay.
and you could use it on an item to throw it to someone random. And the problem with it was that you could use it on crates. So someone went into the coding of the game to change the code for the gift-a-pult and change it into the code of a key. And you need keys to open Manco crates. Manco crates have a chance to unlock with an unusual or strange weapon.
Yeah.
And because this guy was able to do this infinitely because he changed the code of the gift-a-pult to a key,
Yeah.
he could just keep opening crates and crates and crates. And
Wow.
he could get unusuals and sell those for thousands or hundreds of dollars.
Oh my god.
And luckily, the exploit was catched within a day.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And if that exploit got out, the entire
Yeah.
TF2 economy would crash because it would be infatuated with so much unusuals.
Yeah, it's very true. And then the people would not want to play it anymore, really, because people that are new to the game would be like, "What the fuck is all this?" So that's
Well,
crazy.
it wouldn't make players not want to play, but it would make seasoned traders lose a lot of their value because they've put in like thousands of dollars into this game to look good and get the best
Yeah.
looking stuff. And then some guy just comes in with an infinite key
Mm-hmm.
and gets like the best unusuals in the game
Yeah,
for virtually nothing.
that's crazy.
So luckily Valve is vigilant with their stuff.
Yeah, you never really hear anything, leaking from Valve. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Valve's tight, dude.
Yeah, very tight. It's pretty good.
They did have a leaked picture though by a person who took a tour.
Mhm.
We do know that Source 2 is being made
Yeah,
and Left 4 Dead 3 is a definite possibility.
yeah. No, no Half-Life 3 though.
Yeah,
We're
no
still
Half-Life.
waiting on that. Everybody's still waiting on that.
Also in other nudes, oh Jesus.
That too.
Warlords of Draenor, the DLC that came out recently for Warcraft,
Yeah.
was extremely buggy, and there was a lot of problems with people logging in because so many people were trying to log in to play the game again,
Mm-hmm.
and like you'd have to wait hours just to get in,
Wow.
and even when you did, the servers would just overload with so many people. So luckily, they stopped getting DDoSed
Yeah.
and decided to fix their servers.
That's good.
So they're performing maintenance. I think they did it yesterday, maybe.
Mhm.
But yeah, Warlords of Draenor is getting fixed.
It is, and people might. It's crazy because like this DLC for some reason got like a crap little hype, compared to their last one.
Well, Warlords of Draenor, Miguel. You
Yeah.
there? Okay. Thought for a second you cut out. Warlords of Draenor is a big DLC because the biggest one, in my opinions, Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria wasn't extremely big, but Warlords of Draenor, that's a pretty big one because it's going back to the roots.
Yeah.
Mists of Pandaria, that should have been more of a joke DLC, but it was bumped up to an extremely large DLC where people, became pandas.
Yeah.
But in this one, you get to fight orcs or be part of the Horde and kill anyone with the Alliance. Cataclysm, ensured, lots of destruction, a big dragon, a single mob enemy you had to kill. It had a good story. Mists of Pandaria, it's a panda. There wasn't any real focus behind it. I mean, there was a focus, but it wasn't as sure shot as Cataclysm with their giant CGI of a dragon just burning dams and burning towns, or the Lich King where that cinematic was just beautiful.
Yeah.
And then they come up with this Warlords of Draenor, and you see, oh my god, they're bringing back World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
It's pretty cool. I remember. I know this might be really dumb on my part, but I remember seeing that cinematic trailer when I was watching. I think it was The Walking Dead, and
Oh, for Warlords of Draenor?
yeah, and like I immediately thought that, is this the World of Warcraft movie? Like, it looks so good and it looked like so amazing. Like you can only imagine what they're gonna do when the movie comes out.
Oh, there's no. It's not a movie.
The World of Warcraft.
It's
They're
not
making a movie.
Their movie's not going to be out in so long.
Yeah, but they're making it.
I don't know. I think. I don't know. Their movie hasn't. It's planned for 2016, but
Yeah.
Warlords of Draenor, it's not gonna happen. I mean, Warlords of Draenor happened. What the heck am I saying? Warlords of Draenor has happened, but the Warcraft's movie isn't coming out for like 2 years, 3 years.
What I'm saying is that like when I watched that trailer, you can only imagine like what team is working on like the cinematics for that World of Warcraft movie. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, for a second I thought that like why are they showing film of like World of Warcraft the movie like so soon? But then again, it was the DLC trailer, so
yeah.
That's why I was like, oh okay.
I think they probably had Blur make their cinematic for it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Yeah.
Blair Studios is the animation studios that does all the work for all the big companies.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars: The Old Republic. Remember that cinematic trailer where there was like a bunch of Jedi fight a bunch of Sith?
Yeah, one of the launch trailers.
Yeah, that was made by Blur Studios.
Yeah, I remember that. And also a big note to say that Blur did remake the cutscenes for Halo 2 Anniversary.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen any of the cinematics for the new one, but it looks fucking good. Like it looks amazing.
You could see the stubble on Johnson's face.
Yeah, you could see there's a lot of detail. Miranda Keyes, Captain Keyes' daughter, looks amazing. Master Chief, of course, looks sexy as hell, and Cortana looks really good. It's amazing, and yeah, they've gotten a lot of work. They got a lot of work coming their way, you know, especially since finishing this project from Halo, and then you know, doing other things for like commercials and whatnot, and even games. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Blur Studios is very well known for their Elder Scrolls Online videos, the Dark Souls 2 cinematics, Injustice, Batman Arkham Origins. They even did some of the Teens Choice Awards for Nickelodeon.
How do they? What do they do? Like,
they just make like the opening cinematics and stuff. You know, when all the they see trees and big flashy lights. That's what they do.
That's pretty cool.
They also made League of Legends Twist of Fate, if anyone knows that.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of that. That is pretty cool. Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's about it in the world of gaming today.
Yeah, man. Alright, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to check the link in the description below where we get all of our sources from. I'll be sure to Jan will send me that his link to all the news. We'll see you guys next week. Actually, no, I'll see you Friday with the new Let's Play that's going to be coming out this Friday. Like I said, guys, please be sure to check those out, man. Every Wednesday podcast, every Friday is a new Let's Play. That's how I'm going to be doing it from now on. I think I might get back into the whole streaming business. I'm not saying it's a definite yes, but it's something I'm thinking about doing, and I might just go on from there. You know, who knows what else we have in store for this channel, because you know it is always growing and it is always being innovated into, you know, new things and whatnot, and we're really excited about it. So please be sure to check out this channel. If you guys are new to this channel, subscribe. This is what you'll get out of us, with just a bunch of nerds talking about video games, and that's about it, guys. So we'll see you next week. I love your faces. Peace.
See ya.